Hi, I'm Kris, and my passion is to live richly and fully with all the breadth and depth of life. As you'll see, my experience with my mom's illness and this journey into the long-term care system was really difficult and painful. But it brought about a lot of gifts, and I really am grateful for those gifts. I think that when we experience things, we can have a knowing, a deeper knowing and understanding by those experiences. And I learned so many things from this experience. One thing that I learned was really how life can change in an instant. And I mean in an instant, just like that. And it can be very dramatic. And that's what helps me to live my life more fully and richly, because I know that it can change at any time. And I watched it change for my mother. And I also learned that what we surround ourselves with is so important in the way we feel. And so there really is a psychology to color and lighting and design and just the flow of a room, the furnishings, and how, when you're in a nursing home setting, how elder friendly they are, whether it's easy to use them or whether it's difficult. And so it can really affect your mood, it can affect your energy levels, and it can really, in the nursing home setting, that desire to live or to die. It really has a profound effect. And I learned in this situation that simple things could make drastic changes and could really affect how people feel about their surroundings by just being aware of how we're influenced and what subtle things can change our feeling and our mood. I realize that in the nursing home setting that our connection, well, in any setting really, our connection to our space, the space that we live in, our home, really affects our relationships, and how deeply we're connected to our home. It can strengthen or weaken our relationships. So as elders are moved into a nursing home setting, when they leave their home and they come into this, their world goes from this big world to this really small space. And if they're not connected to that space, then this is a new community, and their relationships in that community are affected. And if they can be connected to that space, then their new relationships can be stronger and deeper, and the relationships with their families can be strengthened once they're connected to the place that they live in. And when their home really supports them and lifts them up, where it's a place where they can still learn and grow and feel valued, feel like they're giving back instead of being a burden, it can really shift how their whole journey is, how their whole life is. And I really believe that it's important for elders to have a vital, important life from every breath, until the last breath. And so I guess really the greatest gift that I received from this whole experience was recognizing the way we treat our elders. And I really realized that we don't want to think about getting old, and we don't want to think about dying. And so we put that aside. And in essence, that's really what we've done with our elders. We've separated them from our communities. We've put them aside so that we don't have to think about that. And instead of being in a place of honor and recognizing their wisdom from their experiences, what we're doing is making them feel like they're unimportant and that we're just waiting for them to die. They feel like a burden on us and on society. And what I was able, through this experience, was to really see a new vision of what elder care could look like. How it can be a place where we honor our elders, where we support them in the environment by having them live in beautiful places, but also in having programs that lift them and elevate them and make them feel like they're continuing to grow and learn, and it's worthwhile to still be alive and be participating in life. And so having seen this vision, I love the quote by Gandhi, which is, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." And I've seen this vision of what elder care can look like, which then led to the actions that have made these changes. And I've seen the changes with the elders and their families and the caregivers. And it really is a beautiful thing. And so I guess what I'm really asking from you is to help, to kind of hold that space, to hold this place, this new vision of what elder care can look like. And as we hold that new vision, that new dream of what it can look like, that leads to the action and that whole shift and that whole change. So hold that vision of this place of honor and love for our elders, and that they are valued and worthwhile. So dream with me. Thank you.